Hi everyone, I'm Iverson Lee from Joey Yap Consulting Group. So in this video, I'm going to share with you a series of videos that title The Path to Entrepreneurship. So what is this video is all about? We are talking about the insights and the strategy about entrepreneurship by using the tools of what we call Chinese Metaphysics. Alright, so why I'm going to share with this because I'm in a very unique position. Beside a Chinese Metaphysics consultant, I'm also running my own IT businesses as well, so I can actually understand both of the spectrum on the both sides as well. As a consultant, I do a lot with entrepreneurs and then professionals, so I have access to a lot or even thousands of entrepreneur charts, barter charts or destiny chart of them, and then once I go through all those thousands of charts, then it's very easy for me to notice there are a pattern of success and then it's also a pattern of failure in the charts. Alright, so by having all this part of information, we can devise certain strategy or certain insights what we can do for ourselves to become a better leader, or nowadays a lot of people want to become an entrepreneur, right? So this video is normally for three types of people. The first one is those already an entrepreneur or already a business owner, but you want to make your business better. You want to know more insights. How can you go to the next level, right? So the second type of people that also find this video very beneficial will be those people who are just starting business this year, for example, right? Just starting out. And then also this is also useful for those people who are thinking to start their own business, but they don't know what to do, right? They are not sure whether they should start their own right now or they still continue to work for people, right? So in this video today, I would say that this is the first episode. So this series here consists of 5 episodes. So this is the first one. So in the first session, we're going to share about to address one of the most popular questions that I receive almost on daily basis. The question reads like this. According to my chart, am I suitable to become entrepreneur or not? Alright, so this basically they're asking, this question is they want to know whether they are born entrepreneur or not. So if I tell them no, then very likely they'll think they are not born to do something. Alright, so let me just give you my insights on this. Since I receive this question a lot, so every time when I tell them, according to your chart, you are not suitable to be an entrepreneur, then automatically they will assume that they are suitable to become an employee. So there's always a time I always ask people the second question. What if I tell you that not only you're not suitable to be entrepreneur, and you're also at the same time not suitable to be an employee? Then what do you do? Then normally they will say, if that's the reading is, then I cannot just do nothing, right? I need to learn how to be one. Exactly, that's my point. Entrepreneurship is not like a special power that everyone being born with. Entrepreneurship for me is nothing more than a way or a set of way of thinking on a consistent basis. So it's just a different way of thinking. The reason someone can become successful entrepreneur and with someone who are not, the only difference is the way they think. Alright, so and the good thing is, since it's something to do with mindset, it's something learnable. Alright, and then when we tell them, we share this with a lot of people about this concept, then a lot of people think, if entrepreneurship is learnable, then why there are only one Bill Gates in the world? Right? So I think it's a valid question, but let me tell one thing. The moment someone asks this kind of question, they have an assumption that if you want to be an entrepreneur, you need to be as Bill Gates. If you cannot become Bill Gates, you are not entrepreneur. I don't think that would be a very fair assessment to this, because entrepreneurship, it's not just being equal to Bill Gates. Entrepreneurship can be, you can still be successful on your own domain, in your own league, within your own limitation, right? What you want to do. So, and since every one of us are different, so we have a different flavor. Alright, so the next question is, what is your entrepreneur flavor, right? So because all of us here have different sets of skills, different talents and different business style to doing something, or different leadership, right? So in order to assess that part, your entrepreneur flavor, then we need one thing. We need a tool. A tool to assess that segment. So the tools that we are using is what we call BaZi, or what we call destiny chart. Alright, so in order to maximize this learning from this video, I think you can print your BaZi chart, or to plot your BaZi chart from this URL. Before you continue, I will advise you to pause this video and print the chart first. Welcome back. So now you already got your charts ready, so we can ready to do the assessment of the chart. Then some of you are very new here, right? Then you think about what this chart is all about, right? What this BaZi, or what we call destiny code chart is all about. So let me just give you a metaphor here. I believe all of you here own a television at home. So whenever you buy a TV, and it comes with a user manual. So my question to you is, do you read the user manual? Most of people don't read it, right? Because normally when we buy a TV, and we only use major three functions inside the TV, right? So what are the three major functions? The first one will be switch the power on and off. The second one would be maybe you want to change the channel. And then the third one is about increasing the volume, right? Increasing it or decreasing the volume, right? So these are the three major functions that we use on the TV. But little of you know that actually that only could be 3% of total functions that what a TV can do, Alright, so these same things apply to all of us here. So normally on our daily basis, we just use sometimes maximum 5% of what we are truly capable of, right? It's not because we are lazy, it's because we don't know what our talent or what is our potential is. Alright, so that's why this BaZi chart, or what we call destiny code, is your user manual. Alright, so from this chart that you are holding right now, it contains all the information about you. For example, like your talent, your strength, your weaknesses, your deepest fear, your wealth capacity, your potential health issue, and even better, it also can anticipate potential problems and opportunities lying ahead of you. So these are the part that we use to help our clients to become better. And I'm going to teach you how to do this. When we talk about entrepreneurship, there's one statistics that shows that 95% of new businesses will actually closing down within 5 years. So this is a very scary figures, and it scares a lot of people away of starting a business, right? And a lot of people might think the reason people fail in businesses is because they are lack of money, right? Or they are too young, or they're too old, or they don't know the important people. But all of them here, basically they are blaming on something that beyond their control, right? Although those might be a valid reason, but they are not the determining factor. Because we being seen that a lot of people that we have no money at all, they come to another country, foreigner, and then they still can become a very successful person, right? We also can see a very young guy, for example, can become very successful, so do a very old guy, right? So what is actually that determine the success of entrepreneurship? I would like you to take note of this point. All failing business, there is a failure owner. Alright, so it's something to do with that person. A lot of people like to blame, right? They don't have enough resources, they have no help, right? So let me ask you one question. If you're creative enough, if you're passionate enough, will you make things happen or not? Most of the time is yes. Alright, so there's a lot of things it's got to do with that person itself. So in this session, we're going to focus on ourselves. There are so many attributes that we would like to have as an entrepreneur. I think one of the most outstanding attributes that I think that all entrepreneur, or even you're not entrepreneur, even you're professionals that should possess is persistency. Persistency means that the art of not giving up on something. Because a lot of people fail in business because they're giving up too soon. This is the problem, right? They're giving up too soon on their goals or on the business because they don't see certain results. Alright, they don't have the persistency or the strength to follow it through, right? So in the chart, in your BaZi chart, there are some indicators that can tell you how good is your persistency ability is. Alright, so I'm going to share with you how do you detect this persistency element in the chart. Alright, so on my right hand side here right now, or just on your case will be your left hand side, that will see the chart here. This is your sample BaZi chart. Alright, so there are certain elements, like I mentioned just now, that govern persistency. Alright, so let me show you there are 3 elements. The first one would be yang wood. So it's a yang wood. And then the second one would be yang fire. And then the third one would be yang metal. Yeah, so let me repeat again. Yang wood, yang fire, and yang metal. So the next step is look in your own chart to check or detect, does this element exist in the chart or not, right? Let me show you a sample chart here. All right, so this is a sample chart here, and we notice that in this chart there are certain elements, yeah, that contains persistency indicator inside the chart. Yeah, like we see of those that are circled in red, these are the elements that we mentioned just now, right? So where do you look for these elements are within these boundaries? Yeah, this is what we call the natal chart. All right. So now take like 30 seconds of your time, check your chart or maybe your business partner chart. Does that have persistency built in the chart or not? Which means that by nature, they are very persistent person. They will not give up so easily. All right. So this will also helpful if you are looking for a potential business partner, right? We don't want a business partner that will quit after 1 week, right? So this element tells you a lot about how someone thinks and how do they behave, yeah, in terms of their work or their businesses. Okay, welcome back. Yeah, so some of you might discover that you have those persistency indicators inside the chart and some of you don't. All right, so if you have it, yeah, so congratulations, you have this. So you need to exercise on this element, because if you have this, which means that you can actually express or use this ability effortlessly. What if you don't, right? What if you don't have all these elements? Is it means that it's the end of the world? No. Yeah, so why want to know this? Because the first key of changing is awareness. Yeah, because you cannot change anything if you don't know what is the problem that's stopping you in the first place, right? So since if you don't have any of these elements, you don't need to have all the three. You only need to have one of these three. What if you don't have neither all of these three elements, right? Then the next thing is your goal is to develop, yeah, the persistency attribute inside you, right? So one of the way to do this is to find a strong why to do something, right? So for example, you want to start your own business, right? So then the first question I might ask is, why you want to do this, right? If you want to do this just to pay your bills in end of every month, then your why is very weak. What if the reason you start your business is to support your whole family financially for the next 3 generations? Yeah, and if the why is big, then your persistency will also follow through, because it's not easy for you to give up, because you're not only responsible for yourself, you're responsible for your family and the next 3 generations. All right, or you have some very compelling goal, you need to set it up right now. Yeah, so this will enhance and increase your persistency. All right, so finally, I want a wise to share with you. Don't let anyone, or including me, to tell you you can do something or you cannot do something. All right, so if you being consulted before by someone, and if someone told you that you are not suitable to run your own business, please ask them for details, right? Because no is a blanket statement and it doesn't give you details, right? You need to ask for detail is something like this, right? Why you think that I cannot run my own business? All right, because there's so many reasons. What if you can solve those obstacles, right? So for example, like maybe the one that you are asked to read your chart, that tells you that the reason you're not suitable is because you cannot take risks. But you see, even you are risk averse, you still can run your own business. Yeah, the strategy is you can choose low risk business. Agree? Right, so there are so many low risk business you can explore. For example, like if you're being a consultant, yeah, your overhead is very low, right? You just need to do consulting, right? You don't need to own any assets or any stocks, right? So one of this. And also it could be if you're doing franchising, the risk is very low, right? Because they have a ready-made system for you. Or if you're doing something like very popular right now is drop shipping. Right? Basically, you're managing an e-commerce store and you don't need to do the business development, and you don't even need to do the fulfillment part, right? So it's a low risk, then it's suitable for you, right? So this is the reason why read your own parcel, to identify your style, your entrepreneur flavor. All right, so this is, hope this video is very useful to all of you here. And this is a first step for you. Yes, this is a first beginning step for you to understand more about yourself. All right, so if you are thinking, even you are not a entrepreneur, yeah, even you are employee working for people, I would say it would be good as well you adopt an entrepreneur mindset. It will help a lot in your career as well. All right, thanks you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I do. So I'm going to release the episode 2 of this series very soon. So if you are interested, yeah, please follow us at this link stated below. Alright, thank you and see you again, and wish everyone here have a great year ahead.